Oh, I love that song, Sugar Pines by the great Wes Hutchinson. And good morning, everybody. April 19th, Good Friday, 2019, 4/19/19. So good to have you along. Still can't believe sometimes. Happy Good Friday. Happy Good Friday. A day of fasting for me. No eats till this evening. How you doing, Simon Simple? It officially marks kind of the end of the Lenten season. It is actually day 45 for me of being alcohol free, a streak I hope will end on Sunday. So look forward to that. Have a big celebration, and Easter will really mean something. Trigger Chimp, good morning to you. Nice to see you, Simon. Hello, Harvey. How are you? Nice to see you this morning. How you doing, Coach? Great coachisms in the house. It's been a long journey, those 45 days, but it's been good. You know, starting off with fasting on Ash Wednesday, no meat on Fridays in Lent, and then today fasting all day. And then tonight I will be making, in honor of my wonderful friend Savage, you know her, that beautiful blonde down there, down south there. She has requested an ooey gooey chocolate cake, so we will be making that. I will be making that tonight for Teeny Weeny Bikini Baking, 8 p.m. on the West Coast, 11 p.m. on the East Coast. Thank you. I'm very happy. Got a lot of subjects to talk about today, but it is Good Friday. This has been, you know, just my luck. I give up drinking officially for Lent, and I have theoretically the longest Lenten season you can have this year. What would I say? Sometimes Easter's in March. Sometimes, you know, now it's in like the latter part of April. So I hope everybody's having a good day, Harvey. I hope everything's going well with you in the battle of the rats over there. Hope everything's gone good. Faith, hope, and love. I don't think I've seen you in here before. Welcome to you. Welcome to you. I want to give up a heads up tomorrow. I will not be going to Oakland tomorrow. I have a very special trip planned for tomorrow. It ain't going to be a ghetto chooch, but it's going to be an all-day adventure. And I think that you're really going to enjoy the change of pace, the live streaming event tomorrow. It's going to be really, I think, well put together. And yeah, I hope that you will be joining me. I'll be starting about 3 o'clock in the afternoon and probably going to about 9 p.m., 8 or 9 p.m. So it'll be good. It'll be a very good time for everybody. Freshen up my coffee here, and then I'm going to get into the Okay, so here we go. Let's get into it. Last night I was doing sorority girl Rosie last night. I enjoy the different characters that I develop and run with. And of course, sorority girl Rosie's the one that, well, you got to do something to pay your tuition bills. Stripper girl Rosie. I always have a good time playing the part of sorority girl Rosie, that bad girl around campus. Well, I was so bad last night. I was doing a walk up from the back. You know, the ladies are teaching me how to walk in heels and how to walk more like a lady. And, you know, at the end, I gave the little Rosie shake at the end of it. And lo and behold, I looked down and my right nip. My right nip is just there in all of its glory, you know, and I'm like, holy smokes. I had to cut that, off. I had to delete that real quick, remove that stream, you know, times being what they are in here. And then I fired up a shorter stream later. I'm really kind of sad. Sometimes stuff happens. You don't really have control over it per se, but, it was funny last night because the first part was really epic. The first chooch was great. We had a lot of people in here, and we had a lot of good laughs. It's nice to know on YouTube you can still have laughs and have a good time, and I really enjoyed that. Let me see who else. Kim, yeah, thank you, Kim C. Here we go. It's very quiet today in here. Good Friday. Well, it should be on Good Fridays, a rather subdued day. I don't know if any of you do anything special on Good Friday. So that nip slip last night. How you doing, Van Jesters? Nice to see you. Looking forward to enjoying Cheers with you. Yep, coming up to Easter. We're trying to use Streamlabs, charging the battery on my BM, but the audio keeps cutting out. I hate Streamlabs. Well, I don't really know what to tell you about that. I noticed on Melton John's stream yesterday that the audio kept cutting out on that for whatever reason. I'm very lucky with running Streamlabs on my Galaxy S9 Plus. I've never had an issue with the audio cutting out. So that's, you know, I'm also ordering the equipment today for top of the line streaming. So it's going to be a big investment. We're talking about a couple $1,000 today. But now I have the confidence to realize that it will all work out for me being on the road and doing the live streaming. Harvey, did you try rebooting your phone and clearing your phone's cache and shutting down some of your... See, I've noticed on Streamlabs, if I'm running Streamlabs on a phone and if I don't take the time, you know, like I have so many windows that are open on here. If I don't take the time to close everything and then open my Google browser and then clear all that notifications, boom. Then I have like 6 or 7 apps that are running in the 6 or 7 apps are running in the background here. So they're sucking up power like crazy. They're using your streaming. They're using your cell carry to your signal to the cell tower. They're all being continuously fed while you're trying to do your live stream, Harvey. You're also continuing to feed Facebook if you're on Facebook or any other social media, Instagram, all that stuff. You really have to make sure that you've got everything else turned off so that all of your cell phone's power is being used to acquire signal and to move it through the Streamlabs, because that extra layer gone through Streamlabs and then YouTube is very consumptive of bandwidth there. So just a thought for you on that. I think Missy Jenn was telling me today YouTube's got some problems on the Hangout side. I don't know. They usually take holiday times to try to change things out. So this could be the weekend that they institute some of their big changes. Some of you may have also heard that the monetization levels are going to change again. It seems like YouTube wants to. I'm not sure what the end game is. I suspect the end game is to try to get things up to about 10,000 subscribers before you're allowed to monetize, which really is a very difficult bogey to achieve on YouTube. Let me tell you, I've got one channel, it's no problem. I think the collab channel with Missy Jenn, that one will be no problem. And that's why it's one of the reasons I'm working on the Murphy channel. And I think that you guys should always have a backup channel. You should always have a secondary channel that does not share the same Gmail as your primary channel. And this is very important. If, God forbid, you ever get terminated on YouTube, which has happened to me 6 times here on YouTube, 5 times here on YouTube, then every channel that's connected on that Gmail, remember, it makes it very easy, add additional channel feature on your YouTube Creator Studio to start another channel. But it will automatically, how you doing, Sister Earth? It'll automatically be tied to your Gmail, existing Gmail. Okay, and if you don't, hi Brockovich, how are you doing, sweetheart? If you don't take steps to isolate that new channel's contact and notification and move that off of your same Gmail, then if you get struck, all of your related channels will go down too. Remember, your prohibition on YouTube, if you get struck, is you're forbidden from creating a new YouTube channel. You're forbidden on that Gmail account from creating a new YouTube channel. You'll see lots of people get struck. They create new channels and people are like, whoa, how was this person able to come back on YouTube? They're supposed to be banned off of YouTube. Well, the really fine print is, yeah, you're banned from creating a new YouTube channel on that particular account, that particular Gmail that's associated with that. Remember that. Bear that in mind. You know, I've been on chat streams where somebody's like, oh, this person got terminated. Now they're back. They're running a Hangout again. Let's mass flag them, and nothing happens. Okay? Because YouTube is blind to anything except accounts that are existing on the same Gmail. Okay, so just understand that. But if you're going to have a backup channel, which you should, then I heartily suggest that you develop that on a different Gmail. Okay, it just makes sense. Then you won't lose everything. You might think to yourself, oh, you know, I got Harvey De Niro Staples account. I'm going to have Harvey De Niro Staples, the Rat Hunter account. Just simple. Create another account. Well, if Harvey De Niro Staples gets taken down because of the PETA lovers, people for the ethical treatment of animals, and some people think Harvey should be feeding the rats instead of eliminating the rats there. And YouTube, some bleeding heart at YouTube Central agrees. Agrees with that. Well, brother, you've had it. You know, the whole shebang goes. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I apologize for the chat today. There's something going on with the chat stream as far as YouTube must be doing something. So to me, the chat is coming up in chunks on here. What's Streamlabs? Streamlabs is an alternate. I'm about to order the Live, Live, capital U. It's called Live U. And I'm about to order 3 additional batteries for 2 at $300 a pop for these. And we're talking about $2,000 worth of equipment. How you doing, Susan? What that live view allows you to do is to bond or tie together 2 cell carriers into one broadband carrying signal. In other words, normally I'm just subscribed to Verizon, and I get down to Point Reyes Station. There ain't no signal down there in a lot of places for having live streams. Yet I want to do a walking tour of Point Reyes Station, but I can't because there's no Verizon signal. I can make phone calls, but it's only 2G, 3G. It's not 4G. And it's not LTE, so I'm not able to carry. Yeah, it's very delayed. There's something going on with YouTube today. I was watching another stream earlier, and I noticed that the chat is not flowing smoothly. It's flowing in chunks in here. So this live view allows you to plug in 2 external modems into this live view box, and what that does is it takes, for example, AT&T and Verizon, or Verizon and T-Mobile, Verizon and Sprint, whatever 2 configurations you want to have, it ties them together and provides one fat river stream. It doubles your capacity to carry bandwidth, and therefore, in 90% of locations, instead of like 60%, you should be able to have a live stream that is much higher quality in terms of the feed. I was showing Mr. Z some of the quality on here, and it's amazing. It's an expensive technology. They do have a device that a guy uses in Hawaii. Some of you have seen he used in Hawaii, Sam Pepper, who used to be part of the CX, now defunct CX network. He has the live view device that connects you can connect four different carriers to that. And that allows you to stream in 1080, real high definition. And it's pretty amazing. It's not perfect, but it's pretty damn good. Good morning, Joey D. I apologize to people. The chat is very jerky and very, it seems to be flowing in big chunks today. So, yeah, I hope, let's give a shout out for Gina C too. I hope that she's feeling better. So, Dill, I hope that explains that technology. It's called bonding technology. So, okay, yeah, but with 3 batteries, and external adapter, plus the unit itself, you're looking at well over $2,000. And it works everywhere. And your monthly, you have to pay your cell phone bill. Okay, but you can mount an external camera feed onto this device so that you have instead of using your cell phone camera to capture the scene, now you're using a GoPro camera or a Sony camera. You can imagine the leap in quality on that. Okay, you can use an external camera plugged in, and now you can just see the chat on your screen while you're walking along. And like some people do, shoulder mount the camera here and then walk around and do your thing. So it's very interesting, the possibilities that gives you. Change my picture. There we go. There we go. Libby's like, no worries about the chat. Yeah, Susan's like, yes, Rosie, you should apologize. The chat issue, it's all your fault. Fix it now. Day of Atonement. There we go, Alan Gold. So there's the technology. Okay, you put in the unit plus the batteries. Okay, plus the subscription, not just to your cell phone, but also 2 additional modems with unlimited data. Now you're talking about, you also have to be a subscriber to the live view system. Now you're talking about running costs on the order of $500 a month. That's a lot to cover off. So the trade-off is you're bringing quality that nobody else is bringing on YouTube. And your streams, you can go deep inside of buildings. You can go all kinds of places. Typically, if I walk into a building, I have to worry in that restaurant or whatever. Am I going to have signal when I get inside? It starts doing that buffering. You never see this device buffering. Okay, you never see that on here. Get an additional arm. There you go. Florida's having wild weather right now. Tornado watch and torrential rain on the Gulf Coast. When do you get to have a real beer of Free Birdie? Tomorrow, actually Sunday evening, I'm going to be all in blue. The whole deal, baby. Blue wig, blue bikini'd up, and we are just going to get loaded on that Sunday night stream and go for hours, baby. Go for hours. Just drinking. I've got bourbon. We're going to celebrate the joy of Easter. So this is day number 45. Normally Lent is 40 days. I'm in overtime now. Okay. So happy to see you this morning, looking tan. Yeah, as soon as I step out in the sun, boom. People are like, you're getting burned. I usually don't burn. I usually tan when I step out. Yeah, to save this show and rewatch it. And if you want information, just put live, L-I-V-E, then capital U in your YouTube search box for videos, and you can look at some of the streams that you get, and the quality is amazing. Let me see if I can call one. Yeah, that's right, Happy Meal. I'm not going to overdo it on thank you. I'm not going to overdo it. I'm not going to go crazy. I'm not going to do that. I just wanted to make sure that I could stop. Let me see if I can open up something. I want to show you guys the quality here, so bear with me a minute. See, yeah, this whole computer is slow. I don't know what's going on today. I'm probably not even going to be able to do that. Okay. I don't know what they're doing. Yeah, ICE uses the live view all the time. That's exactly right. I was trying to find yeah, I don't know what's going on. The whole system is the whole YouTube is just trying to watch a live stream earlier, and the chat just comes in big chunks, so it makes it a very difficult thing to watch on here. They sponsor him though. Yeah, well, I'm not, he has like 750,000 subs. I'm sure once I'm streaming live out there and the quality is there, I'm quite sure the just like with him, the sub counts will just explode because people aren't used to seeing that streaming quality. They're used to the pixelation. They're used to the buffering, and then you're more engaged in the stream. I had Mr. Z out here, and I was showing him some of the streamers' content, and he could not believe. It looked like an uploaded video. The quality was so good. Yeah, but Rosie, if you get a bunch of ladies today and we drink with Rosie, huh? There you go, Brockovich. That sounds pretty nice. That sounds pretty good. I'm not going to go crazy on Sunday, Happy Meal. The earthworms better dig deep when Rosie's transmitter comes their way. Yeah, how's everything in North Korea on Saturday morning there, Alan? You doing okay? Sam Pepper uses it, and also a few others. Yeah, because it costs the initial cost, and I've been budgeting and saving for months. So, you're talking about quite a monetary commitment, but your live streams are so far head and shoulders. Mobile live streams are so much better. The downside is you're carrying a huge load on your back. Okay, you're carrying this device plus plus batteries, plus adapter. I mean, you look like a wired nightmare, plus your external cameras hooked up. But smog so thick I can taste it. There you go. I don't know what that's morning in Pyongyang. Alan Gold is one of the lucky ones that gets to live in the capital city for being a good comrade. He gets power 5 hours a day, so he can join us on the live stream here. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. Look at the quality that you get. I think it's pretty darn cool. I think it's good. Now let's go on. Tomorrow we've covered nip slip. I've covered that device. Now, how you doing, the worm? Mods Day tomorrow. I like to, on the monthly, I like to make sure that the mods are tipped out here on the channel. And people have been very supportive of this idea. And this will be the 3rd month running. I don't want to tie it to a day like today where there's not really a lot going on. It's kind of a low day here in the Western world. But tomorrow's going to be a big day. Big stream tomorrow. So it will be tip out your mod day tomorrow. Now, how does that work? All the money that's taken in is redistributed plus something for me on top of that for the moderators on the channel, but only proportional to the time they spend on the channel. Okay. In other words, when I'm running a stream these days, sometimes I'm not having any moderators at all, which isn't good. Okay. Especially if you're out in the field doing a remote stream. When you're using Streamlabs, you don't have any control over what's going on the side chat. Okay. Just an FYI to all of you mean trolls out there that, that's the time to strike when you're going to be naughty. That's the time to do it. So you need one of those cooling backpack things. Yeah, they all have. You're going to love it. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we're chooching tomorrow. It's going to be a great stream. It's going to be a change of pace. Okay, we're not going to be ghettoizing tomorrow. We're going to be doing something very different. It's going to be a lot of fun to you guys. It's going to be all day. Going to be starting probably around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, probably going about 6 or 7 hours, including dinner. I don't think we'll be stream sniped on there, but you never know. Congratulations. Amy said, congrats on 40 day. Amy, I'm happy to say today is day number 45 for me. Day number 45. Just my luck. When I go to quit drinking for Lent, I have the longest Lent that you could possibly have. Just my luck, right? It's we're in overtime. We're in Lent overtime now. So there was a long haul. Started in early March or so. So Vanessa, how are you doing, sweetie? Nice to see you. So tomorrow, just be aware that I will periodically, I'll be putting in the stream an automatic feed on Streamlabs, just reminding people it's Tip Your Mods Day. And for the mods that do want to participate in it, they must contact me. Remember, if only one contacts me, they get the whole ball of wax, okay? If 3, then it's split 3, 4, okay? And I put something on top. But this way it keeps the mods engaged. I have to say it's not really working out the way that I envisioned it to, because, I'm having, as time goes by, less and less dedicated mods to my streams. Cindy Lopez, how you doing, honey? It's Free Birdie. Yeah, what a kick in the head. The long lens. Free Birdie says, tomorrow we're taking the Sacramento River train, the Easter egg. Oh, that's fun. They have the, Susan, they have the spook train there in October, which I really like. I hope to be down. I have so many events I want to try to do. Sacramento, Old Town, and all that in October is a lot of fun. How you doing, Pecan Baby? How are you feeling? How's your health? I know. Yeah, I know, Harvey, but you have to message me on my Gmail, and I do appreciate the time that you spend here. But there's some JK NoCal, King of All Things Juice. They don't choose to participate in that, and that's fine. They don't want any part. They just enjoy I know Missy Jenn participates in it, so it's good. It's a significant bit of money too. All right, we're not talking about chump change. Polar Express at Christmas sells out in hours when they make the tickets. I can imagine that. Sacramento's a cool town. I can't wait to spend some time over there. There's a lot to do. I might go over there and boondock. Might be fun for a boondocking weekend over in Sacramento. So that could be a lot of fun. Okay, so Mods Day will be tomorrow. I'd like to tie it to days that have a big event, so hopefully they'll get plenty of support. So yeah, Vanessa, how are you doing, honey? Nice to see you. And I would hope more people do that to take care of their moderators. There are so many great restaurants. Yeah, I used to go over to one on, God, is it on Broadway? The New Canton, New China or something like that. Wonderful dim sum up on the second floor of the, just wonderful. They have the dive bar there, which is a long bar. It's a bar, but above is a big glass like aquarium. It's like, I don't know, 100 feet long or something. And you have like mermaids swimming through it. It's pretty cool. I don't even know if that thing is still around, the dive bar, but it's pretty damn cool. Sacramento's a cool town. It's hot as hell in summer, but it's nice. Now let's get on to this Vegas streaming house. Now this thing, my mailbox is overflowing with people asking me, what are the particulars about the streaming house in Las Vegas? Is it going to happen? What are you going to do? Are Jen and Bobby going to be there? Are you guys going to be off doing your own thing? Look, I got no idea. Okay, so number one, stop asking about it. Okay, it's not about my thing. Okay, Blonde says, I live there, Rosie. They still have the dive bar. I hope when I come to Sacramento, you guys will stream snipe me and we can do some stuff when we're over there. We can go have dinner or something like that. How you doing, JJ? That's really the fun part of it, to be out there and have people join the stream and then do stuff. That makes it really, really fun. I still remember Scotty London coming up and stream sniping me in Chinatown. I wish he could have spent time, but he was heading to the airport. Susan said, next week I will be at the Capitol lobbying against the bill they want to pass to take the doctors' right to write medical marijuana. Medical marijuana, is that what it is, Susan? Yeah, Midtown's good too. To take away the doctor's right to write prescriptions for medical marijuana, because I'm not sure. Because medical marijuana, of course, I mean, marijuana is legal now for recreational use, isn't it, in California? I don't know. Oh, away from writing medical exemption. Well, I have to say that I'm on the other side of that, Susan. I believe, let me fix my camera here. Yeah, for me, I'm extremely pro-vaccination. I'm not going to get into it, but I'm squarely on the other side of that. I've seen people are going to start dying, and I dread the day the first person with polio turns up in this country, and that spreads like wildfire. I remember growing up and distinctly being in church with the Travertine terrazzo floors on there and hearing people clink down the aisle that were wearing braces from polio and things, and how terrible. People I knew when I was young, little kid, that were surviving on iron lung machines and stuff. It was terrible. All right, take care. Take care, Libby. Good to see you. All banned here in the UK. Oh, okay. Yeah, Harvey. I don't know if the drug problems, but anyway, the Vegas streaming house. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. I have no idea if it's going to happen. I have no idea what the plan is in there. From what I understand, the plan is to get all the people together, and then occasionally be in a streaming room within the mansion or whatever they do there. Now, since you won't see, well, I guess afterward they'll be dropping videos. 180 contributing to the upcoming first drink. And not do this for attention. Woo! 180. Looking forward if they do have the streaming house, and if 180's there. Thank you, 180. I am looking forward to meeting him there. I hear you, Susan. I'm just convinced all the years I spent in the medical field of the efficacy and wonder and greatness of vaccination programs. So I've gotten everything I can get. I'm looking forward to getting my shingles vaccine. I get the flu vaccine every year. I've had everything that I can get. Thank you, 180. Thank you very much. So I'm not really sure about the streaming house, but I got a lot of people asking me as if I'm in the know. And I'm not in the know. Of course, I keep my mouth shut. I've been there when people have been passing pictures around internally of the streaming house, but I'm not in the know. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. I know if it happens, that Dave is dropping a significant amount. Hey, Bully, how you doing? You might be Bully. You might just pick up a wrench, Okay, because I'm finding less and less people are doing on the. Let's see. Yeah. Well, there's something to. I know how many lives it saved vaccinating, and there's always going to be some measure of the population that has allergic reactions to anything. So it is what it is. So do you throw out everything for something that's outstanding for 98%? No, you don't. I'm just dreading. We've got this, and it rarely happens, Susan, that babies drop dead after shots. I can't remember any case in this county, in Sonoma County, with 750,000 population in the 21 years that I've been here, that there's ever, actually 22 years, that there's ever been a case of a child drop dead of post-vaccination and stuff. But I can tell you this, we live in near a town called Sebastopol, which has the highest rate, one of the highest rates in the nation of unvaccinated children. And I'm going to make the call now. We had the epidemic of whooping cough a while ago, too, a few years ago, something that was almost unheard of. There's going to be somebody that migrates from some country that's going to have polio, and they're going to land somewhere. And then you're going to see the drama, and then you're going to see the horrors of stupid science, and you're going to see parents rushing to get vaccinated like there's no tomorrow in this country. Okay, nobody wants anybody. I would take every risk of every vaccine to avoid any one person having polio. Okay, that's the way I feel about it. I'm for freedom too, but I'm telling you, sometimes people have to be protected against their own susceptibility to false information. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. And that's what finally, after that idiot published that study in Nature magazine that was totally debunked and started this whole bullshit, this bad science, and that guy ought to be taken out and hung, right? Then we have what we have today, this ridiculousness about one of the great advances. It's almost like the world is becoming retrograde. 20 years ago, I could not find one person anywhere. Yeah, first case of measles, Pikesville, Maryland. I could not find anybody anywhere that would I couldn't even imagine asking somebody if the world is flat, if the earth is flat. It would be inconceivable. When I was born in 1958 and growing up in the 1960s, they would have committed you to a mental institution. If you were to come out with the theory, that the world was flat, yet that's populated today. There's a whole core of people that believe the world is flat. This is all new. This is all because of the information, the quote information unquote on the internet. It's turning people into idiots. Okay, it's giving rise to these idiots, the Alex Jones, the conspiracy people, all these idiots that people, all the guy wants is views and attention. Just my opinion. That's it, Jan. I was the same way. They only had smallpox vaccine when I was a child. I was one of the first to get the polio, except we had it on a cube. And I remember my parents were so ecstatic because some of their contemporaries had suffered polio. And like I said, when you hear somebody with polio walking around in leg braces or dying or living their life, as one of our friends' fathers did in an iron lung machine. Well, let me tell you, that puts it totally, but see, people get away from, you get 1 or 2 generations removed, people forget. People take things for granted. People have to relearn all over again, just like why we have crashes and depression, because generations forget. They get greedy and they have to learn the lessons all over again of thrift, of saving, of hard work and all that stuff, because we're only human. I worry like crazy about polio. 5 years ago, we had a huge wave of whooping cough swoop through here. People didn't want to get the Tdap, tetanus, diphtheria, and pertussis vaccines. A couple people died as a result of that. It's terrible. Well, I don't want vaccines for smoking and all that. We just got the cube when I was growing up, but I remember my folks were so happy lining up at the public library, the Enoch Pratt Public Library, and getting a sugar cube with the polio vaccine on it. And then I promptly went over. They had a big wooden barrel, and it was a place you could throw up, and I just went up over and just threw up in the in the barrel. And then they called me back and said, "You need a redo." Yeah, whooping cough is terrible. You're gasping for breath and all that, but people forget. So they have to learn life lessons. That's just my opinion. Okay, if you disagree on that, I respect your right to disagree. Free Birdie's a very considered, very thoughtful woman. I respect her decisions and her stand on things fully. Okay, because she's thought things through. Okay, back to the streaming house. I have no idea, none at all, what's going on. Will it happen? Will it not? Rosie, let us know. Tell us where it is so we can come and when you find out, let us know. We'll make it fun. We'll all show up. Look, I don't know Jack. Okay, let's be real. This is the information I'm trying to convey today. Is I don't know where, when, or even if it's going to happen. It could be all hype. Could be all hype. But I will say this. Generally, if Dave says he's going to do something, and of course Dave is all MFD, but if he says he's going to do something, he's generally been the person to follow through and do that. So I'm quite sure something will be somewhere. Okay, I just don't know. No, you're good, Susan. I appreciate your thoughtfulness on this. I'll be back in 1 minute. Got to use the restroom for a minute. Ooh, this fasting today. You know what that means, fasting. Everything just runs through you. Everything just runs through you. Yeah, there's the bully. I know, bully. I'm gonna see about thinking about adding you as a mod. It's just I guess it's a holiday weekend, so it's gonna be a little quieter. Yeah, I'm sorry about your son, Pecan Baby. Yeah, I think it's strange, Pecan Baby. When I was young, there really was, we didn't really have such a thing as autism and things, and I think it might be something more environmentally generated. I know we're being weakened. Yeah, it's Friday. It's Friday. Yes. So the streaming house, I don't know what's going to be on it. For those of you who don't know, a streaming house is something that you set up that generally it's a continuous stream. You might put a laptop and a camera like in a kitchen area, an area where people are congregate. I'm going to be doing sleeping streams, all kinds of, when I live stream and I'm doing streaming, it's going to be streaming. It's going to be long-term streaming, overnight streams, things like that. But you'll put that in a location, that laptop with the camera, and you'll go live and you'll just let that feed go. And then people congregate in a certain area. Everybody does it their own way. Dave has an idea. How you doing, Mallory? Dave has an idea. He wants to put up like a white sheet and have one streaming room so nobody knows where he is. But the idea is like Big Brother. You get people interacting. You get people having fun. And some people will rise to that, and other people will not like that. Because remember, they won't have the text-to-speech aspect that I will when I stream. And that's a very important component because, when you're doing a sleep stream or something like that, on some of the funnier streams, people were firing in comments all night long on the, bum, 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 and having their messages read out. That's what makes streaming really fun, is to have that interactive aspect of it where people's messages, good or bad, can be read out. Harvey said I was shortlisted for Big Brother once. Huh? That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So I think Mallory's going to be down there. I'm pretty sure. So we'll just see what happens. We'll play it by ear. I'm sure if it's going to happen, Dave will send me notification, swear me to secrecy, put a blindfold around my eyes or something, and have me driven in. I hope it's not out to the desert somewhere where Dave has his way with me. Out there. How you doing, Shannon? Nice to see you. We just don't know. Hey, how you doing, Kenko? I'm doing good. I'm apologizing. The chat's coming out in chunks today. I don't know why. Okay, I think YouTube is doing some system. They usually take holiday weekends when the flow might be a little less to do system updates and upgrades and all that. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. And don't forget, tonight I will be baking Savage's ooey gooey chocolate cake, which should be very good for in honor of her tonight for bikini baking. That'll be a lot of fun. And then afterward, I will be having the usual Friday night shenanigans into Saturday morning. We go late and have a lot of fun. Wishful thinking. There we go. Wishful thinking. That's funny, Kenko. I don't know. Did anybody know where Dave went? He disappeared for a couple days. So I hope he's okay. I hope he's okay. Harvey says, I would have caused havoc in that Big Brother. Baby, you don't think I'd cause havoc in there? Harvey broke into the bathroom when I was in there. All right, so that's the streaming house. I just don't know. I don't know what people plan on doing. I don't know. It's just everything goes. There's a first time for everything. I've been streaming literally for years, streaming in the sense of uploading outside walking videos and things like that. And so I'm not a stranger to the realities of that. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, like I said, I don't know where did Dave go? What did you hear about the streaming? I know nothing about the streaming house, okay? Whoever's in Vegas, I will meet, right? I think I'm supposed to meet Kat for the first time. I think we were going to meet before. We didn't. Something came with that. Take a small break of ribs. Okay, that's good. So he's taking a break. Okay, the chimp fest of his may have fractured. I'm not laughing at you, Dave. I'm laughing with you on here. So I don't really know, but he's taking a break for his ribs to feel better. So that's all good. So we're getting ready for Missy Jenn's infusion coming up too. So you're going to see the Chimpendales when you're. They ought to build a whole show in Las Vegas around chimping out, right? The Chimpendales. I think he cracked his ribs stepping down off of a piece of farm equipment or something. I don't know. I'm not going down that road. I have no idea really how it happened. So I don't need to know. I'm doing my own, thing. Mr. Z's got some plans for us. I want to do some chooching over in off of Main Street over there, Fremont Street East, a new area. You bet pecan, baby. You're a wonderful, wonderful person. Yeah, so I think he fell or something like that. I'm not sure. Yeah, the triggers. I was proud of him though. He chimps now. I've seen so many people chimp out here. It's a different. I don't know. One chimp is as good as another triggered chimp, in my opinion, on here from what I've seen. I haven't seen Tucker around too much either. I hope he's doing okay. Oh, okay. Him. Okay. Okay. So he is around. Okay, that's good. Yeah, because I have to draw Tucker to my ample breast before he, Good thing he didn't break his hip. That might have been a kiss of death. Any chimp is a good chimp. I tell you, I've seen some classic chimp outs. I've chimped out a couple times, 2 times in 6 years. That ain't bad on YouTube. Let's talk about channel building shenanigans now. Okay, and I'm getting blowback from my friend Vegas Vixen. She was on a guy's stream in Portland, Oregon, right? He was on a live stream, and now she's been summarily dismissed from the chat stream. And she's kind of like super upset about that. And I think that the longer you've been around on YouTube for years, the more you understand that people have a different angle when it comes to building up their presence on YouTube. Now, in my opinion, somebody like Mallory Williams makes her comeback. A big grand way, kicks the door in. Very honest with what she's doing. Very forthright with that. I want to grow my channel here on YouTube, period. I want to have monetization. I want to have success. I want to have fun, but I want to have fun that may eventually turn into something. Straightforward, there it is. You either like it or you don't. It's like when the stuff came down with Dave and seeing Dave and kicking off this whole new 2019 on the Boys, for better or for worse, right? I mean, I get the blame for that. I get the praise for the upside and the blame for the downside in people's mind on that. Rosie, that was the worst thing that ever happened, blah, 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 or that was great. We can finally see people for who they are, blah, blah, blah. But as a result of that, you have a lot of, not a lot, but a couple hundred subscribers go away, they leave, but then a couple hundred more come on, and you're in a big transitional period there. Okay, it's a fact of life. If you think you're going to exist on YouTube and not piss some people off and not make some enemies temporarily, well, you've got another thing coming here on YouTube. Okay. All right. You don't have to engage in it, but recognize it will happen. So when somebody comes at you directly and says, hey, this is what I'm doing, this is my plan, there's nothing wrong with that. The only thing that's wrong with that is you may think that YouTube is not a platform that you should be using to make money. People have some opinions about that. I'm not one to argue, try to get people to change their mind on here about that. Suffice to say, if you're putting content out and you're entertaining, to me, you're no different than a cable television show. It's no different than JK NoCal being on First Time Flippers on the DIY network coming up and being compensated for that. There's no difference between it. Okay, you're just on a smaller platform, but you're bringing the content. And if people watch it, and if they want to kick in or if they get some remuneration from the views on YouTube, it's a good thing. And that's the way success is built in a capitalist system. We may not like it. I get a ton of hate on the daily about the wonderful support that the Canadian Clipper Norm F has given to me and some other people around the community, but we're not them. We don't make their decisions for them. I hear you, pecan baby. If you check out today's stream I made about my BM, you'll see what I mean about audio. It was only 10 feet away from the ground. Harvey, I've told you before on Streamlabs, you need a lot of bandwidth, okay, to get everything in there. So I'm doing good, Douglas Fairchild. Good to see you. I hope your mom's doing well too. So, but then you have people that want to build. So this is what I say. You have the Mallory Williams approach to building a channel, which is, hey, it's straight up front. This is it. Either like it or don't. This is what I'm doing. So there's that honesty in that approach. Okay. But then you have people that want to build channels by all this negativism and creating controversy. And I'm always kind of shocked when my friends pull up shocked, like, oh, I can't believe this guy used this word or this, I can't believe I got booted. Yeah, you don't get HBO for free. You're paying. Yeah, you're paying for it. I can't believe I got booted out of the chat stream, or kicked off the channel. It's all part of a plan. What's genuine on here is the people that you can imagine walking down the streets acting the same way as they do on live streams. Let that be your litmus test of reality. As you watch somebody on the stream exhibit feigned psychotic behavior, in other words, made up behavior. When you see somebody saying outlandish things on stream, racist things, homophobic, transphobic, ask yourself this: would that person walk the streets and publicly say that? Would they exhibit that behavior outside of the closed realm of YouTube? If the answer is no, then what conclusion are you left to be drawn with? That this person is putting on a persona strictly for the sake of being controversial, so that somebody like Vegas Vixen will flee from that chat with her hair on fire, telling everybody, you can't believe what this guy did, or other people flee from a chat. You know, the cult of negative, yes, it's all an act. It's as much an act as Elvis puts on an act. If you think being in real life, sitting as I have many times across the table from Elvis, at buffets, at dinners and things, if you think anybody sits there and chews like that in real life, then I got a bridge to sell you in Brooklyn. Everything that's done by these negative streamers is designed to have you leaving their stream and going telling other people about the terrible thing that happened, so that other people go back, watch that stream, and engage with that person. So, you know, sometimes people are like, Rosie, you got no sympathy. You got no heart to understand what happened to me on this chat stream. It was horrible. I was dissed, and it was a nightmare. And this person I supported, and I was so friendly to them. And then I was booted out of the chat. It was horrible. I'm going to have to undergo counseling. I'm going to, you know, I've got PTSD for what happened to me. I'm shaking. It's like George is gone for a ride. Oh, I guess we got a delivery. Did we get something? And what's George barking at?
He's been hearing things.
No, he wasn't hearing things.
Yes, he was hearing
No,
things.
you must have hung up the leash or something.
No, he was hearing things.
No. Someone called me names last night. That's what I'm saying, JK. No, I need to put you into intensive therapy. Okay, so just recognize it for what it is. That's why I don't take this stuff seriously. I don't get all bent out of shape when somebody throws out the random racist, you know. You'll see people like Spirit of Salt shall run from chat to chat telling people you have to come out and make a video about racism, and these, you know, the big streamers need to come out and make videos about racism. That's exactly what this person wants you to do. They want town criers like Spirit of Salt to run around. That's the whole game plan. So if I don't get upset about it, and I'm specifically talking about this because I had a person flame me in the morning mail telling me, how can I be so insensitive to a topic of racism on YouTube? And how come I don't come out and make a clear stand about it and address this person's use of this word? It's because I know what's behind. I also know that this person in real life would never, ever do things to exhibit that behavior in real life. Okay? I think about what the person is in real life on there. Stewie, how you doing? Good morning, Beryl. Yeah. It's very easy to sit behind a keyboard, to come into a community and say, man, I really need to build my channel. How can I do that? Well, let me be the controversial one. Let me be the one that stirs the race pot. Let me be the one that has people fleeing from my chat with their hair on fire to tell other people. So this person demanded today why I didn't follow through on what Spirit of Salt suggested that I do, and then make a video about it. I have no intention of doing that. I have no intention of bringing attention to a negative thing like that. It's very cowardly to say for a person with bad behavior and then afterwards saying it's an act. That didn't even make, Belle, what does that mean? It's very cowardly to say for a person with bad behavior and then afterwards saying, yeah, I mean, the whole thing, yeah, drama rules. So when this person throws it out there, blocks people off a stream, kicks people off, it's all designed, just think of the hair on fire, running for the hills to spread the word. That's all this person sits there gleefully. Homer Simpson, yes. Homer, come and sit down. Yes, Mr. Burns. Homer, I've been hearing wonderful things about you. Yeah, I mean, you feed the drama if you want. I don't care. I feed the drama plenty of times. I mean, I've pulled away from that a lot. It's not good for business, obviously YouTube business. But to sit there and berate me because I don't make a video and call this person out, why should I call out something that I know is contrived behavior? You know, it takes more than a first level thinker to look at things here on YouTube and come to the conclusion that things are done for a purpose sometimes. Yeah, you're not running for office. We don't need your input on stuff. Exactly. All the bad behavior, elbow isn't always an act. Well, there's some core of the being in there, but you can bet that's a person like me that thinks about what's best for business, although I wrap it in a positive frame. You better believe, especially if you're full-timing and you're here on YouTube and you're getting ready to hit the road, you better believe that these thoughts, and you'd be a liar if you said it didn't, these thoughts don't come into your head. Please speak on the names I was called last. Yeah, I hear you, pecan baby. It's not that stream I'm talking about. I'm talking about the guy in Portland, Oregon. And I got nothing against him. You know, I pop in. He doesn't care about anything. It's all about, you know, building up the channel and lighting people's hair on fire and having them run in the dark to tell other people about it. I mean, the way you get a glimpse into this, the way that you know, the real tell, as we say in poker, and I'm a very good poker player. I'm very good Texas Hold'em and Omaha player because I study the players. I don't look at my cards too much. Now, you might think that that's strange, but any two cards can win in Texas Hold'em if you've got the right people sized up at the table. You're not playing the cards, you're playing the people. Okay? And people give tells once in a while. Okay? They'll turn their head a certain way when they have a good hand and sit it down. Or when they're bluffing, they'll do things like blink an extraordinary amount of time. Or they'll keep looking around, they'll put their head down a little low, and they'll look from a low angle. What are they trying to do? They're trying to size up people around the table. And they're trying to decide if they're the weakest one at the table or if there's somebody they can take out at the table. You know they're bluffing. Well, certain streamers tip their hand constantly when they're on their streams. And Mr. Portland, Oregon was there yesterday afternoon on his stream talking about how many people I have on the stream. How many people do I have on the stream? I'm showing this number on my phone. How many people? Does that remind you of somebody else? How many people I got on the stream watching? They're all tells about what's really important. They're the tells, like we say in poker. That tells you immediately what's first and foremost in that person's mind is about how many people are watching at that particular moment. I never call out how many people are watching on the stream. I do my thing. Sometimes it's up to over almost 500 people. Other times it might be 30 or 40. Who cares? People will watch it later if they don't watch it live. It's not germane. You know. How you doing, Tribe? Be right back. That's called a drive-by. I'm going to get, so there's the tells of people. Okay, there's the tells. That gives the glimpse into what's really in their mind when they're engaging you. And some people have discovered that low-hanging fruit is insult people, berate people, make sport of people, and that's the way you pack a live stream, or just be outrageous in your behavior. Yeah, Stewie, I hope you're doing good. Very nice to see you, sweetie. I'm gonna go see if there's one more cup of coffee for me. Even say, well, I am my pride. Oh, baby, I'm so hungry, I could die. Ooh, I'm fasting on Good Friday. I got nothing to eat. I feel like I've been smashed out. I am so beat. I got the fasting blues. I got the fasting blues. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got the fasting blues. Ooh, I got the fasting blues. I'm so hungry, I want to bite off my hand. I gotta feed the machine, but I know I can't. What am I gonna do? I got the fasting blues. I got the fasting blues. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All I can do is think about that fish and chips and how I have a quick wit. Ba-doo, 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 ba-derp, 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 ba-doo. Texaco. There we go. Ash, I haven't seen you in a minute. You can trust your car to the man who wears the star. The big, bright Texaco star. Remember that? Remember to bring your tools with you in case you don't, because you're expected to fix the Lisa Marie. I got a big job on my hand, resting up for Vegas. Let me see if that's the real Dave. Hold on a minute. I've been known to be a chump. Hold on a minute. Let's see. Go to channel. I hate to do this stuff. Let's see. Woo! It's the real deal. There he is. The real deal. It's me. How you doing, Dave? Good morning. I hope you're feeling better. Resting up for Las Vegas. Bet you can't wait to see me again. I'm going swimming with Rosie, and you can all eat your hearts out. Wrench me up, and you always know. Well, I don't give out a lot of wrenches. I keep my chat free. They like to have you in suspended animation, Dave. Sister Earth in the chat. Well, that's good. I hope you're doing better. Let's see. Ortho. Good morning, Ortho. How are you? Yeah, people are asking me about the streaming. I have no idea about it. Okay. This is what I was talking about earlier We do have Dave on the chat. I've got no concept of where Dave has this plan. A blindfold Rosie, drive her out to the house. Okay, there we are. And undo the blindfold. God, I could be in a dungeon somewhere down in the Nevada desert. Who in the hell knows? And then there's Alien Dave, the crypt keeper. Then what are you gonna do? You'll be like, Rosie, how do you like me now, huh? Yeah, I'll be. If it's happening, I'll be coming by. I'll be coming by. It is possible that Jen will just bail on us. I don't even know this whole thing. She's not really down with all the shenanigans. I know, Cobra John, there's a lot of holes dug out in the desert. There's a lot of underground stuff, more than meets the eye out there. So I don't know. It's going to be fun and games. Yeah, I'm killing it this morning. Yeah, YouTube's killing me. For the first hour of my stream, the chat was coming up in big chunks. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. Come and take it easy. Tell them to come lay at the stream. Come lay at the streaming house. Yeah, there we go. Then we can rest. There we go. We'll see. It'll be interesting. It'll sure be interesting. Yeah, hope you're resting up today. We can rest. So I don't know. But anyway, if stuff's going real negative about that, I would tell Vegas Fix and everybody else, don't, just understand it for what it is, okay? I don't like it when my Gmail and messages are just overflowing with that kind of stuff about this person said this on the chat last night, or this person said that on the chat. Have many extra bedrooms. I'd have to nail mine. Keep Dave out. How you doing, Michelle? Nice to see you. Why do you say that, Harvey? Yeah, there's a lot of holes out in the desert there. So we will be spending time with Mr. Z also. Don't be jelly. Missy Jenn loves me more. Yeah, probably. Joe Pesci dug most of them. Like running to the teacher to tattle to. I know. Dave has a thing for feet. Watch out for that one. It's like running to the teacher to tattle to. I know. It's like, what are we supposed to do? Like I said, people have tells. Okay, you can tell what's foremost in their mind. Now, there's been a night I've mentioned. I was down in Point Reyes Station, late streaming at 1:30 my time, 4:30 on the East Coast, 4:30 a.m. and 125 people in there. That astounded me. I'm like, does anybody sleep around here? That was weird. Before it storms again, hopefully I'll see y'all later. Yeah. And y'all get to spend time with Sophia. You'll enjoy that down at the streaming house. That'll brighten your day. Nice doggy. I used to have, thank you, Sophia. Right. There it is. I made the mistake of petting Sophia. Nice doggy. I'm still calling my lawyer on that. Yeah, they don't sleep, Lulu. I was like, what the hell? What is everybody? It's like 4:30 a.m. on the East Coast. I mean, I'm rocking. I'm like, what the hell? Oh man, that dog's, I'll tell you, Dave, in my life, that dog's right up there. And I mean, I've encountered junkyard dogs in Oakland, International Boulevard, the shittiest auto shops with the most vicious dogs on planet Earth. put yours right up there. How you doing, tiny comedian? Nice to see you. Can you imagine? Imagine Dave. Can you imagine? Can you just try to visualize Dave in a pool? You know, with his long swim trunks down to below his knees. Don't swim away. Don't swim so fast, Rosie. Happy Good Friday to you, tiny comedian. I'm probably a little goofy in the head from fasting today for Good Friday. So it's Good Friday. I will not be eating till this evening. So day 45, no booze. Day 45. Could you imagine? Just visualize that in your head. Those white legs. I got my blow up swimmers. Yeah, you see kids in the pool, they put them on there. I got my blow up swimmers too, Dave. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Let's see, I tried to fast, but I'm too small. Yeah, you don't need to. Yeah, I haven't had meat on any Friday, and I've been really good. I'm really happy about the way that I've been kind of spiritually in touch this Lenten season. Yeah, I have built-in flotation devices, right, Sister Earth? Right? What's up, Coat? Let's have a positive Good Friday chat. What's going on today? Let's see. I don't think Dave has Twitter. I don't think so. I don't think Dave has Twitter. Hey, how you doing, Imp? Thank you. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna hide some Easter eggs around. Monday you're gonna eat ramen all day. Technically I'm over 60, so by church law I'm allowed to skip the fasting, but you know, being as robust as I am, I think the Pope would say, no, honey, you can afford to fast, you know. So do they float? We hook up on Devon Street. Oh man, we're gonna have a good time. Hey Katie, can you imagine what an epic summer it's gonna be in Chicago? All your favorite YouTube celebrities. Good morning, Katie. Hey, Rosie. I'm Dave the Fisherman. I'm your biggest fan. Nice to see you. Yeah, the Pope said you can stand to lose a meal. Cheryl says, Rosie, no, I always just listen and enjoy it. I hardly ever say, but I have to ask, why does Elvis think of all to support him? Even with my cancer, I still make because Cheryl, because people do it. I guess that's the short answer. I guess the short answer is because people do it. Wash, rinse, repeat. How come doesn't Rosie? How come doesn't have a wrench so he can protect himself? Dave's fine. He doesn't need a wrench. Dave is fine. Dave's used to the rough and tumble. Yeah, I think Dave likes to engage anyway. So, and Coach is strong, so I don't worry about that. Deuteronomy 22:5. Yeah, whatever, Dominic. Whatever. Yeah, you keep quoting the Old Testament. I'll quote the New Testament. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. There you go. Try that on for size. I'm not a big Old Testament person anyway. Let's see. Harvey says, I've been to gay clubs before I was married. So what does that tell you? Gay people are, yeah, you have a good time. You have a good time. Yeah, all my mods are pussies. like I say, I think people take care of themselves on my chat. I don't have to worry about that. You know. So that would be my answer, Cheryl. Unfortunately, and God bless you in your fight against cancer. It's a terrible thing. Today officially marks the 19th anniversary. My mom passed away on Good Friday in 2000. So I remember being there holding her hand when she drew her last breath. It was a terrible, but yet it was a glorious scene too. So, but you never forget. You never forget. 19 years. It's hard to believe how time flies. You boys need to get a room on here. Let's see. Boxy charm. Yeah, I got to be careful. Nip slip last night, man. That was a big one. People were like, why was your chat stream so short? You were on for 3 hours. Yeah, because I had to shut it down after an hour and a half on the first one. Hello. Me and my nipple. What the hell is this? See, I just get letters from people. Why don't you stand up for that? You have a channel. You should stand up against this. I don't get involved in all that jazz. Not my thing. Also, if you were on your peer win can't attend, so you got to take. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Tiny comedian. These people come in and they have what I call the pick and choose. They pick the Bible passages that they feel fit, but then they ignore the other ones that don't fit their agenda. It's what I call the cafeteria style religion. It's why I pay no mind to it. It's why I pay no mind to the Old Testament. I know. I had a big nip slip last night. I was shaking back and forth, and before I knew it, woo! It was all out there and glorious. I know my nipple. I had a great. It was fun. We were laughing our asses off. It was one of the best sorority girl Rosie streams, and then all of a sudden, kaboom! Man, I'm like, sorry, I just had a nip slip. Shut it down. That's it. Shut and delete. Yeah, I got to send it to you in a DM, Mel. Oh, man. You know, I think it's funny, this guy Dominic Sullen and these other people, they can never find any one thing in the New Testament to support any of their dogma. You'll notice everything of theirs is out of the Old Testament, nothing out of the New Testament. There's my trump card. Rosie for the win. While Jesus hung around with lowlifes, tax collectors, deadbeats, the low end of society, prostitutes. You bear that in mind, Dominic. Happy Good Friday to you, my friend. How come one of your mods was ripping you a few weeks ago in a Barbie girl stream and she took his wrench because she loves you but has no one here? But who would that be, Kenko? Who would that be? Who would that be? Was that Coat? Was that Coat? Yeah, sister, nobody pays any attention to that. Nobody pays any. You can't find one citation out of the New Testament at all. Okay, were you ripping on me, Coat? Fess up. Hey, Yasmin, how are you? I guess it's Saturday. Jessica Jennifer, how are you doing? Beautiful. Nice to see you. Fasting today, so I'm going to be in a mood today. I'm going to be in a mood. Hey, Robert, how are you? I got your message. I'm going to be in a different location tomorrow, so it's just as well. I'm not going to be over on that. I'm not going to be in Oakland tomorrow. It's going to be a very special stream. Did you hear all the shotgun shots last night your way? Yeah, I heard weapons going off like crazy on here. How you doing, Chris? Nice to see you. I don't know what the hell happened. Oh, 8 shots. No, nobody ever brings me down, Pecan Baby. I can't be associated with negativism and shit. People want to see you change your channel because of what they do, and I never give people that. I never give people that honor of doing that. So you can see, like Dominic. Okay, well, I hope Code thinks better of me. You know, I've given him a wrench. He's been friendly to me most of the time, but he's kind of an independent person. So I don't think Coat would really care whether he had a wrench or not, to tell you the truth. I really don't think I don't really think he would care that much. I don't think it would be a significant thing to him. Yeah, they're the Lady Banks noses. Yeah, I'm not, this is going to sound strange, Kenko, and I really like you. You're a sweetie pie, but I just don't get moved if somebody slings shit once in a while. Because let's face it, I have my jackass moments and things, and I do stupid shit. So, I can kind of take that. Target practice. Yeah, so that's kind of the way I hope that makes sense. It may not to you, I don't know, but okay, there we go. I don't know. Let's not forget I was called names last night. Yeah, poor JK's got to go into therapy and counseling now. How terrible. So Robert, we'll take a pass. Yeah, it's terrible. I have to draw JK to my ample bosom. But backside will always be back. Trust and respect are needed. Yeah, I hear you, Kenko. I guess I just have a different. I mean, I hate to say this. I guess I just have a different tolerance for, for that kind of stuff. Plus, Barbie knows I like her anyway. So, man, I took my vitamins today. I take this fish oil, and because I have an empty stomach, every time I belch a little bit, that fish. That fish smell comes up. Let me ask Sister Earth. Sister Earth has been on my channel for years. Sister Earth, do you like the way I handle my affairs on YouTube? Do you like the way I pack my shit on YouTube? She's a good judge of that. Yeah, that fishy from that taking that fish oil on the daily. You're a bigger person, sweet. Yeah, thank you, Kenko. I'm going to when I get to Chicago, I'm going to spank Coat. I'm going to put it on. I'm going to put it on video. I'm going to pull him. Yeah, thank you, sister. I'm going to pull him out of that liquor store, and I'm going to tan his hide right on the streets of Chicago, right there. Chicago in the summertime, baby. Yucky, too humid. It'll be all right. Anyway, guys, it's getting on to about 11:30. I'm going to wrap it up. I apologize for the chat stream. It was very chunky today. There was something going on in the early part of the stream. Some people's chat. Well, Chris, I grew up in Baltimore, so I know about hot, sticky summers. Well, Kenko, you're a wonderful person. Okay, that's your bottom line. So I will see you guys around later. I'll probably doing the stream later if the sun's out on the get a little more sun on the Murphy channel this afternoon. Otherwise, I'll be dropping a video about my belly button piercing and updating people on my thoughts on piercing, which I seem to enjoy a lot more than tattoos and things, just a personal preference. And then tonight we'll be doing the baking, and then afterward I'm going to be, in honor of my friend Savage, I'm going to be making an ooey gooey chocolate cake tonight. That should be very interesting. And then I'll be having a later chat afterward, as I usually do on Friday nights, drinking some of my famous wannabe beer and hanging out with you all. So you all have a wonderful day. Like I say, spare a thought. I'm hungry today. I'm really, really hungry. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you around.